Wow, people wey suppose talk through to power don off mic, and if we talk na 500,000 they go sama us call am hate speech. But fear not, Mayegun don come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people wey dey spoil our country. So my people make we loud, oh, yo yo. Mayegun don come, oh, yo yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo yo. Mayegun don come, oh, yo yo. Mayegun don come, man of the masses, oh, yo yo. Mayegun don come, oh, yo yo. Mayegun diary politico, oh, yo yo. Mayegun don come, oh, yo yo. This one not dey off in mind, oh, yo yo. Mayegun don come, oh, yo yo. Can in dey touchlight every corner, oh, yo yo. Mayegun don come, oh, yo yo. Okay, some people be dey holla say dem want the power. Chai, dem be promise us say we go get light and power. Dem hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind, but thank God say Mayegun don come. So my people make you loud, oh, yo yo. Mayegun don come, oh, yo yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo yo. Mayegun don come, oh, yo yo. Mayegun don come, man of the masses, oh, yo yo. Mayegun don come, oh, yo yo. Mayegun diary politico, oh, yo yo. Mayegun don come, oh, yo yo. This one not dey off in mind, oh, yo yo. Mayegun don come, oh, yo yo. Person wey dey do evil no one make person talk. Them say that Mayegun, that man too dey talk. He too dey talk. Say Mayegun diary, he dey hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman pikin dey the street dey hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Mayegun don come. So my people make you loud, oh yo yo. Mayegun don come, oh yo yo. My people make you shout, oh yo yo. Mayegun don come, oh yo yo. Mayegun don come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. Mayegun don come, oh yo yo. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun diary láyé bí nọ́mbà wá. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun diary láyé bí nọ́mbà wá. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú. Mayegun diary láyé bí nọ́mbà wá. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Mayegun diary láyé bí nọ́mbà wá. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun diary láyé bí nọ́mbà wá. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun diary láyé bí nọ́mbà wá. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun diary láyé bí nọ́mbà wá. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun diary láyé bí nọ́mbà wá. Mayegun diary politico. Mayegun diary láyé bí nọ́mbà wá. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Mayegun diary láyé bí nọ́mbà wá. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Mayegun diary láyé bí nọ́mbà wá. Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun diary láyé bí nọ́mbà wá. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. lórí YouTube.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn lájú.
Máyégún ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn lájú.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn lájú.
Máyégún ti dé.
Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn lájú.
Máyégún ti dé.
Hello there, brethren. So good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and a good evening to you from wherever you are joining us. It is Sunday sermon on Mayegun's Diary Political, and you are welcome joining us. Please read the caption of the broadcast, the description as well. Then like it, share it. Invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends, and tell them that Mayegun today, Mayegun is live. Thank you very much if you have done that. So tonight, it is going to be a no holds bar kind of session, right? By picking on the topics, carefully selected topics of what we're going to talk about this evening. The first part is the video making the round on social media. It is that of Umahi or Umahi, who is Tinubu's Minister of Works from Ebonyi. Now, they are currently doing the New Yam Festival, New Year, New Yam Festival. And Umahi is a guest, the current one, they have in Ebonyi State. And it was the time, as typical of politicians, as always, it was time for him to possibly speak to them about the relevance and importance of this event, and maybe just tell you what the government is doing. Well, Umahi decided to use that, just like every other occasion, right? He decided to use the occasion to sell Tinubu, or should I say, confirmed the Tinubu's acceptability, or maybe declared Tinubu's triumphancy in Ebonyi State and in the eastern part of Nigeria. According to Umahi, he said that Tinubu has been so good to the Igbos than any government or any president in the history of Nigeria. That the idea of the marginalization of the eastern part of Nigeria no longer exists thanks to Tinubu. And according to Umahi, he was like, the Igbos right now, they owe their supposed allegiance and loyalty to Tinubu, because he is the only president in history of the contraption to have ever shown development for the people of Igbo land. So Umahi said that from Enugu to Abia to Adama, to Anambra, and all these places, Imo, Ebonyi, others, right? He said Tinubu has made so much progress, made the federal government presence in these areas so visible that right now, what happened in 2023 will never happen again. And he's talking about the Obidient. He opened his statement with there is no Obidient left in Ebonyi State. Some said he's currently probably speaking from the PTSD he suffered in 2023 when he told everybody that his own people, right, betrayed him by choosing Obi instead of Tinubu. But right now, he is very confident that this story is going to be different this time around. Because according to him, they were deceived. The Easterners were deceived. The Easterners that supported Obi and rejected the Tinubu. They were deceived, but this time around, they won't be deceived again. It's what so, not mine, practically. Devil Umahi.
There is no obedient person in Ebonyi state. No, be so. Anybody will say to Tinubu, no, get Holy Ghost. What we have is to return the good things that the President Bola Tinubu has done for Southeast and for Ebonyi state when the time comes. No, be so. We will not be deceived again. Because the last election was a mistake, but we have come to be wiser. Don't be so. That's so. I will not finish naming all that the president is doing for us. But you see the legacy projects. One, all the way from Cross River, coming to Nibe Beach, going through Africo, going through Abom again, going through Ezra South, going through Ezra North, going through yes, sir. And then we are going to be very cordial to let our people know that people are backing council without knowledge. We want to be part of a united Nigeria. We want to be treated fairly. We want to be counted. And the president is doing that. So we have no reason not to support him. We have no reason not to support, Governor Francis Ogoniawibu. Let me tell you something. If you want to struggle for governor with people, you have to do it on social media. Because you will not come there for the state to reap where you did not sow. There is no obedient person in Ebonyi state. No, be so. Anybody will say to Tinubu, no, get Holy Ghost.
So that was the gathering. And my own understanding of, New Yam Festival is for the king to cut the newly harvested yam for the new year and pray for more prosperous year and safety, security. So everybody who comes in to celebrate with them would either be talking about how to make it more festivally, I'm saying, but no. Another thing is that currently the Tinubu's camp seemed to still be suffering from the trauma of that 2023. Let me tell you something. The Obidient who came that time as a complete systemic disruptors, they disrupted the entire system, ran them into serious panic. And afterward, many of them said it will never happen again because they nearly lost the country, so to say. So they had to cheat. And yet they put the Obidient at a far third, not far, but third, so that may help them to at least control how the idea of Obi one will be stored. So make him third. So he's in third. He's not second. Not like, he was supposed to be declared winner. Now they made him second. That would have probably been worse. Now, Obi and Obidient, who are the Nigerians who are pretty much frustrated with the system, they are called no structure, no nothing. So what happened that last time, majority of you may not even understand the damages. That it got to a stage that those who were supposed to even be to be opposition like you, they just turned over against you, like you just suddenly became their enemy. Because to them, your approach is so different. And probably you shouldn't have such a traction politically. So that shock, that wahala, the trauma still there, that Tinubu and his appointees, they have become so obsessed with number 3, person where came third, they declared third, right? They continue to say his utterances, his actions is a threat to national security. The Obidient movement, they are a threat to national this, they are a threat to judiciary. And they are making them more like so dreadful. While they, when I use they, okay, maybe I should clear it. So they made the Obedience look so dreadful, scary. That's how much they are worried and afraid, enough that they are even losing their minds, so to say. But the violence, the recorded physical violence, is from this Tinubu and this gang. But they are still they are the ones who are like carrying out violence, but they are still the ones who are so scared of what this Obidient could do. What if Obi tell them to do this? What if he tells them to do that? So they have been working so much to convince themselves that no matter what it was in 2023, Obi will never have any such again. Never. It can never. That can never happen. Like, people are smart now. People are wise now. As if to say people are living in a different contraption right now. That is so better. You understand? So, as if to say what made Obi significant or became attracted to these young people, as if to say what made that happen has now persisted. I mean, has now kind of like ceased. They are still there. So the obsession became so much at a point that people started noticing that, leave this Obijare, do your own thing. You get that now? Like when they're asking them questions about what they are doing, and the next thing will be, even Obi cannot do it different. Even Obi this or that. So the trauma from 2023. Then coalition came. Again, the most concerned people are the Ronukus, most especially. So the Ronukus were like, oh, that's the end. It's Atifku. It's this. So everyone is concerned. Like, where is this Obi going to end? In 2023, he actually disgraced all of the APC political stalwarts, especially in the eastern part of Nigeria. Apart from even Tinubu himself got disgraced in his own state that they had to rig it. True story. But the likes of Umahi, Uzo Dejo, who else was there? I think was Soludom not there? I think Soludom was there too. Soludom. All of them, they became just simple paper tigers. You know what I mean? When this Obidient stuff swept through the town, even they themselves became so ordinary that despite all of this, their political club and all of that, right? So the excuse they gave them was that it's because it is not their own election. It's because of federal election. A lie. So somehow the likes of Wike is telling them that don't ever say never. Don't ever say never. You have to unleash proper violence if you really, really want to crush this Obidient and Obi and his you get me now? So the likes of the Umahi again, probably their own survivor also probably rested on this. You get what I mean? Like, whatever it's going to take, everything is going to take. What am I even saying? There seems to be just all talks, no action. Did I say that right? If you take a look at their current voters registration, you get to see that the entire Ebonyi, I don't think they even have up to 10,000 people registered. No. But when you now go on and check the states like Osun, who claimed to have registered over 500,000 people, and then you start looking at that pattern, then you are like, what is Devil Umahi talking about? Just saying that's an extra. So the Obidient, they are not just those people you are encountering on social media, from my own understanding. They were so confident that time, remember? That people were just making different projections and all of that. I said that don't listen to it, they are just too loud. There's no polling unit on social media until they had to pay thugs, hired criminals who were unleashing violence on them, stop them from voting, and all of that all over the place. So their prayer right now is hopefully maybe they won't run. And if he remained in their ADC coalition, Atiku and others will muzzle him, and at that point, he can't really live for another party. And if he tried to, then it will be considered desperate. What they don't understand again is that, right? The number of their obedience that you probably really know, they are so little, no matter how big you think the numbers are not that, right? They are probably so little, a fraction of their true number. So wherever Obi goes, they will go. That's what they say. Wherever he goes, they will go. And that is what makes the likes of, the SPV boys, they are called, the articulators, angry. Like why does he think he's so special? And all that. So ADC and their coalition released kind of a deadline, They said that everybody who is interested in being part of their coalition should join their ADC before the end of the year. So they should wrap it up, leave your party and join us, or just forget about it. And they mentioned Obi and El Rufaya, the Kaduna Little Finger. Meanwhile, Kaduna Little Finger is currently in Nigeria. Obi is in the US, right? So his movement responded like, no, don't give us a deadline. No. On the side, it is looking like if all the signs that we are currently seeing are anything to go by at all, right? So there is a chance that Peter Obi won't join their coalition at the end of the day. Do you get that now? And here are the signs. Again, don't take my word for it. Like I said, when you look at happenings, actions, inactions, and the rest of that, then you're like, okay, what do you think? Here is what I think. So it is believed that, there is a group within their coalition who strongly believe that the only way to remove Tinubu in 2027 is to actually pitch a northerner. And that northerner will be Atiku. Then there is another section of them who also, in their own argument, that, hey, if we really want to have people on our side, it is better we let a southerner run. Now, these two camps, which many believe have always been existing from the word go, from all sides, right? Have not really agreed, but there's something they have all been saying. Yeah, I think, should I say all? But some of them have been saying, and what is that? That if they all go to their go for primaries, that anyone that emerges will be supported by them all. Now, this is something that the Obidient believes is a trap, a political trap. To them, it is not that Peter Obi won't have the kind of money to participate in their, in their primaries. He could raise the money to give to the delegate as well, but since he, sort of like parades himself and presents himself as someone that would never have to bribe anybody because of votes. And that's a problem, right? They may promise that they want to do something, that they want to do things that different. But everybody knows that the more things changes, the more they remain the same. These are still the same guys. So what do you do to reach a consensus? For those who strongly believe that the northern Nigeria, they are ready right now to remove Tinubu, and the only person that can convince them is a northerner. So they feel stronger and they are pushing Atiku, while others are trying to get Atiku to actually really back down. And as you must know, this is Atiku's last chance. Or maybe not. Right? So would Obi participate in the primaries with these guys, as you all know, or he will read the room again, like it was in PDP in 2023, and he will rather just stay in his Labour Party or not? So time will tell, right? So consensus, the consensus they are looking for is that give it to the southerner. If it is the southerner, well, the Obidient, like, see, if it's only to the south, as southerners, right? Peter Obi is the most sellable and all of that. There are, like I said, there are other arguments. Others said that there's a chance that Peter Obi won't be staying with them, and that could automatically mean Kolu, right? Kolu's, not that if they come together, will probably be enough to stop whatever Kolu himself is plotting. But the moment they split themselves again, so, and there are others who are very convinced that, hey, Baba, leave that thing. All they have to do is to make sure that they have representatives in every of their polling units, and they should make sure that they defend their votes. And with what? I asked someone, I said, with what? I mean, sorry, with what? He said, anything. So, okay, fine. Anyway, so if they can pull all the millions of votes they need, no person go count and no person go announce and so, and if the whole country can say, well, that also sounds good, right? But here is where I am pitching my own tent. My own tent is that I know the entire thing is going to be rigged. And it is not, in fact, it is already being rigged. But when you find out, whenever you find out that you have been rigged or it is currently being rigged already, from your voters' registration to your voters' cards, that would mostly end up in the dustbin, soak away, and other places than your own possession, right? So you will begin to notice the pattern. And yeah, the point is, what are you going to do when they do that again? You know what I mean? Like, what are you going to do? Are we going to be tweeting, and are we going to be doing TikTok challenges on different, I don't know. Because that is real cocoa. And that is something that you have to see in united group. Whatever it is that's going to unite them. But I haven't seen that in these guys. But I may not be an expert in that sense, but I've got an experience too. There are those who believe that nothing will happen. There are others, like myself, who believe that something will happen. But what, how, and when? Only time will tell. A few days ago on this social media, everyone was like, almost every timeline is filled with the pictures, the glamour, the luxury, the beautiful images from Ibadan. This was during the coronation of the new Olubadan. That's Obarashidi Ladoja. Right, everyone kind of like have been, reacting to all these videos, and others, people sending their greetings. Kolu was there enough. In fact, there was a time he was greeting the king. Kolu, listen, Yeah, great Olubadan, the Kábíyèsí.
Kábíyèsí, adé apẹ́ lórí, bàtà apẹ́ lẹ́kẹ̀, ìrùkẹ̀rẹ̀ á máa pọ̀ sí i. Kábíyèsí, adé apẹ́ lórí, bàtà apẹ́ lẹ́kẹ̀.
Àtàgọ́mọ apẹ́lẹ́kẹ̀. See, people are just picking their own memes on pictures, videos, short clips, and the rest. Fun, peace, and all that. Until I think it was the same day. Yeah, I think it was the same day. So I think we congratulated the new Olubadan. Congratulations, my brother, the new Olubadan. Tinubu congratulated. Congratulations, my brother, the new Olubadan. Now, so Peter Obi said, go to congratulations, hello Olubadan. I said, we were bust. The moment the Ronukus, the moment, it no reach 30 seconds. Congratulations, my brother, the new Olubadan of Ibadan. Long life and prosperity. But I don't know, I didn't even read a lot of that message, right? Before everywhere bust. Which kind of see finish with this? It is intentional. But everybody conde immediately everywhere analysis. Kilo shele shut up they don't keep person. See Obi they call Olubadan my brother. What kind of a team is that? This is the problem with this country. This country cannot grow forward like this. This Obi want to cause national kilo day. How do you say call Olubadan my brother? My brother. In Nigeria with all this is going on. Is this, mate? It's an insult on Yoruba people. It's a very big, huge insult. What's happen? On the day of Olubadan's coronation, GRV Gbadebo went there and his own sort of like, entourage. And then they took a selfie that they posted on social media. So somebody who is the media aide to Weku in Lagos, the boy is from Kwara State. So he saw it, and then he just grabbed it and said, now we carry monkey go market. Now that was a very bad, it actually came in a very bad taste. Like, monkey lusha, You understand? So Ibadan people saw that. So when the Ibadan people started saying, we could stop your buruku for Lagos. So you did some more that you lori buruku, like stay in Lagos. So we know they do bigotry for you. You're not doing tribal bigotry here. Stay in your Lagos. So they were asking the Ibadan people, so are you the Ronukus? So they're like, so are you not Yoruba? Are you you can just stay in your Lagos. Don't bring your useless bigotry. Stay with your bigotry in your APC. They're very, they lash them. The Ronukus, they say, but there are Igbos who are calling Ibadan red roof. Say, let Koshi song. This is red roof. Fine, go get out. That one didn't work. Rather, they made the guy delete that nonsense he posted, calling your own fellow brother a monkey. Do you get it now? Like, or the following day, when they now saw the part where Obi said, congratulations, my brother, the new Olubadan. Did you hear that? Say what? Obi just called Olubadan, my brother. Which kind of insult is this? How can he get? I was like, nonsense. Until this afternoon, Peter Obi himself now posted, said, I had no intention of there no kilo shock when you go. Who ask you say make you they explain? About Ronukus were everywhere. Some are saying that something about those who claim to be educational, right? And some of you also feels like there are those who are like They don't like APC. They will claim not to like APC or Tinubu, but they would not. We will not sit down and allow anybody to insult our tradition, our culture. They have this kind of like a gang saying, so they will repeat that. We can literally, everybody cannot just come and dominate our culture. Igbo people are coming to us. Say, but you said you are not a Ronuku Abi. No, I'm not a I'm a strong Yoruba. I will stand for Yoruba. I will fight for Yoruba land. I will bleed for Yoruba land. Say, but they need you for Kwara. We say, me everybody enter down for now. They go Kwara. You go lead. Then the tone will change. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that we must stand for, it's the same. You get that now? You see, people like that are the funniest. You get me now? So I kind of saw some. I was reading from one who was like, I am not APC or PDP, and I don't support all this tribal nonsense that we are doing. But let us tell ourselves the truth. Peter Obi is 65. Olubadan is 81. How can this somebody who is old enough to be your uncle? I said, Sherry, you are so offended. You feel so insulted. With your education, you feel so irritated, and you are not a Ronuku because politician, they greet another politician. And in your mind, you just needed something to rage about, something to be mad about. And that fits in very well. Papa, they kill people for Kwara State. It is fine now. Their state governor is now issuing statement, telling people not to please don't let us turn on ourselves. We will come to Okeode. We will bring security down to Okeode to come and make sure that there is peace after Fulani terrorists slaughtered people in that part of Kwara State. Today, Sunday. So find that, all this while I have been reporting about this Kwara, that, Abi. And most of the time they've done their best to suppress the news like it's nothing. People are being killed. People are being kidnapped. Homes are being destroyed. Villages are being destroyed by these terrorists. And yeah, it is finally in the news. Papa, you should be enraged. Everyone alone should enrage. But if you want to get mad, the Fulani terrorists are killing people in Kwara and other parts of Yoruba land. The way you get to know that the Ronukus don't care about Yoruba land, they don't care. It is about Tinubu. They may lie to you about Yoruba, this Yoruba, and it's about Tinubu. And that is why you are going to talk about people being killed and kidnapped right now in Yoruba land. And they will tell you that go back to Anambra, you that cannot go, you will sit at home on Monday. What the fuck are you talking about? I'm not from Anambra. I'm talking about people being killed just right there in Yoruba land. You claim to be interested in Yoruba, be like, you are a true Yoruba, this or that, but you are not. Now I'm talking about people being killed. And you look at me and say, my friend, go back to Anambra. I said, what are you talking about? Anambra. Like, why is that? You people that your mama cannot go out on Monday. You guys, what is he talking about? Are you not concerned? Like, are you pretending that you're not seeing all this news at all? That's why I said that they don't care about Yoruba land. They don't care about Yoruba people. It is about Tinubu, but they can disguise it. They can hide it. And then with the way they tone, the moment they say 1, 2, 3 things, the next thing is going to be, I saw you, Igbo, they do. Say, what are you talking about? What did bring Igbo into this conversation now? What's going on? That's when you get to know that they don't give a damn about Yoruba, about which it concerns them. Because if you have to complain about the killings in these places, you would have to condemn Tinubu. Under Egbere Jolantan, right? National security and security everywhere was his responsibility. Under Tinubu, the same way you go meet your local government chairman. Why don't you go and talk to your governor? Why don't you go and meet everything is president. And they are also would be victims of themselves. You know what that means? Like they would be victims sooner or later. The society that the society that celebrates criminals, the society that government in such country gives reasons and excuses or explain away why terrorists can actually walk free in that contraption. You just have to be the ones they know. You just have to be the ones they approve of. You know? Now the argument out there is that they are killing, what do you call it? They are killing Christians. And others are saying, no, they are killing more Muslims. They are killing more Muslims. Why is it that every time that conversation around the religious killings in Nigeria, which is so obvious, which people know, you do know, we all do. Why is it that when that comes up, that moment is instead of those of you who are Muslims, genuinely, right? Who knows that, yes, these terrorists are killing Christians, they are also killing Muslims. That is not the time you have to now start like shoving it on and say, no, they are killing more Muslims. Why are you not enraged? Do you understand what I'm saying? Like terrorists are saying they are doing jihadism. They are jihadists. So they are killing Christians. They are burning churches, right? They are kidnapping Christians and selling them off as slaves. These are true stories. But they are killing Muslims too. So if Christians are very vocal about it, if they are like raising awareness everywhere and the media is picking that up for some reasons, why does he have to take that media outburst for an average Muslim in Nigeria to want to speak up about the killings of Muslims too? Do you know what I mean? The terrorists are killing Christians, they are killing Muslims. These are facts, right? But the Christians, the Christian communities who have suffered greatly have been very vocal and they've documented their killings, the killings of their people from everywhere in the middle belt part of Nigeria, in the southern part of Nigeria. They've documented them. So if there are Muslims, especially those of you who are Muslims in government, if you are aware that no matter the number presented by the Christians as being victims of terrorism, that no matter the number they present, there are more Muslims killed, and you are quiet. Do you get what I'm saying? Let's say, okay, the Christian says that they've killed over 500,000 people in 2024 alone. 500,000 Christians. That's staggering. That's a lot. Now, if the Muslim now says, oh, do you think they've killed over 800,000 Muslims? I said, oh, there is no way that's going to happen, that we won't know. But get it. There are so many communities, right, in northern part of Nigeria whose people are also Muslims. And you know what the terrorists, what they did? After, invading such communities, they kill as many people as they want to kill and chase the rest of them away. You will discover that the reason why they had to do that there is because there is an hidden gem, an hidden resource or resources in that land. They needed the people away. They are away from their homes, away from their farms, far away from that land. But they are better targeted when you have the states like Plateau State, Taraba State, Yobe State, Benue State, even Kaduna, Southern Kaduna, part of it. Yeah. And you begin to go on like that. You will realize that, yeah, there are substantial number of non-Christians in this area, but there are majority Christians in these areas who have suffered greatly. I'm talking about hundreds, right? If not thousands of communities whose people have abandoned for the past 10 years. They've been away. And every day, communities are being taken over like that. But they have ungoverned area in that contraption. Do you understand what that means? Simply means that the government doesn't exist there anymore. People who are still there are living under the authority of the terrorists controlling the area. In Nigeria. Yeah. So, if these terrorists are killing more Muslims, why are they quiet? Why are the supposed what did they call those ones? This terror group with this Is that the conflicts for jihad? Remember? I want to remember their name. Is that Hezbollah? You know, they are in Jaws. Doesn't matter. They call them Chibwis, something like that. All right, and their history of grooming, and as well as their, you know, terror cells and everything in their own history, but they are also very much connected. You will see the former army general, the current army colonel, sergeant, this one, they are members of this organization. And their job is not only to, with what we have seen, with fact, to, their job is to sabotage the system. And they have been doing it successfully. So if this effort is still killing Muslims, I beg you, why do they need the reactions of Christians to tell us that they are killing more Muslims too? Why? Takia. Okay. So in Kwara, sometimes in 2024, this was I think it was September 2024, the vigilante caught in this you know, in Kwara, right? So these vigilantes caught some of these terrorists. Then they had those they called the Miyetti Allah vigilante in this part of Kwara state as well. They caught another set of terrorists just last month, August. Now, prior to that, sometimes in July, a month before that, a set of vigilantes also paraded a group of terrorists. They are Fulanis too. All of them in this axis. There are videos all over the place. So a video of some of the terrorists blowing up their loot, you know, their ransoms collected from people. Put some of the clips together. These are not today's clip. They are just clips of the terrorists who have been apprehended by either the local vigilantes or even just the what do you call it, the Miyetti Allah themselves, who allegedly Miyetti Allah caught these terrorists. All of them within this Kwara axis. 3 clips. And viewer discretion is advised.
Where is okay? Oh yeah. Where is okay? Look here. Yeah, you need that. Yeah, don't dodge the camera, I'll break your head though. So video is over.
Mai gida sunan ka waye? Sale. Sale waye? Yusuf. Daga ina? Daga Baballa. Daga Baballa. Me sana'anka? Ana tsakani da Allah ne dan kungiya ne, kana ji? Kungiyar me? Yaron Haro ne. Tsakani da Allah bai san na taho wannan abu. Kuma daga na dawo wajen ci, na je gidan yari. Daga na je ya dawo ya hana ni sata, ya ce kai kara, daga ran nan ban kara ba sai wannan ba. Sai wannan waye da bindigan nan? Na Haro ne. Waye Haro? Kace Allah Haro. Kace Allah Haro. Eh wallahi mai gera, amma wallahi bai sani ba. Bai san shine da ba sai na dauko ka na tawo. To suwa suka kidnapping din baban nan? Eh? Suwa suka kidnapping din baban nan? Wallahi Smoli shi ya kawo mu. Shi ya kawo ku, waye Smoli? Wallahi yana can yanzu ba san inda yake. Shi ya kawo ku, ku zo ku yi kidnapping din shi. Da kai aka je gidan? Ka buɗe baki ban so ka yi min amshi da kai. Da kai. Da kuka je gidan, da kai da waye kuka je gidan? Da ni, Sale, da Reti, da Abasha, da Siboli. Ko nawa kenan? Hudu. Bindigan nan ire-iren su guda nawa AK din nan da kuka je da su? Biyu ne. Ina ɗayan? Yana can ba sani ba na wanda aka kamo ba sai inda yadda shi.
Baka san inda aka yadda shi ba.
Abu ya ce yana ce ya boye.
Ya boye.
Baba ka yahe ma.
Za a yafe ma.
Baba ka yahe ma baba.
Ai yafe ma dole za a yafe ma. Sauran mutanen ya za a same su.
Ni yanzu da za a taimaka dan samun magani ya bani ruwa in sha duk mutane zan kamo su guda.
Ya za ka yi ka kamo su.
Amma fa tsakani da Allah daga na je gidan yari na dawo wallahi ban kara ba ban je da kowa ba.
Me ya kai ka gidan yari?
In ji ruwa ne ana ta yi a wannan.
Wannan ban so ka dinga abin nan din bakinka. Abin da na tambaye ka interview din da nake maka yana da ka'ida. Abin da na tambaye ka za ka gaya mu. Abin da ban bukata ba lallai ba. Da ka je yari laifin mai kai ka je gidan yari.
Gidan yari. Gani da Allah can nake na fata.
Can kake kai me? Nage kasata. A sai ka saba.
Bana kuma.
Shekara nawa kai a gidan yari? Shekara biyu. An sallame ka dawo ya kamata ka canza ba ka canza ba. Ka zo ka shiga mummunan hali.
Bana shekara biyu ban je ko ina haro ya hana mu.
A ƙarya kake. Ƙarya kake. Yanzu yake nan kai ka ɗauko shi a wurin yaro.
Bai san ba ni ba.
Bai san kai ka ɗauka ba. Lokacin da ka ɗauka abin nan guda nawa ne? Ƙwayan harshashi guda nawa ne? 30. Okay. 30. Da ɗaya. To, idan rike idan kana so ma alfarma dole ka taimaka ma kanka saboda mu taimaka maka. Kasan akwai wasu mutane yara wanda har yanzu ana garkuwa da su. Za ka iya taimaka mana ka gaya mana inda kuka ajiye wa'incan su ma?
Ba wanda na ajiye.
Amma ka san inda suke yi. Tsakani da Allah ka sani.
Sani ba.
To dama niyanmu idan za ka iya ka gaya mana gaskiya mu samu.
Ni ha gaskiya zan gama.
Kubtar da su saboda kai ma ya ma alfarma. To tunda baka iya wannan ina gani ba wani alfarman da za yi ma.
Kana ji? Oga. Tsakani da Allah don na ce ma na sani. Amma kwanan na an ɗauke su nan. Na ji an ce yaran ore gambar lishi ya dauke su amma ban tabbata ba.
Amma yaran oren ka san su? Su nawa ne?
Wanda suka yi aikin ban sani ba. Ai yanzu yaran ce ina gani za su kai yawan a misali na ko ban ya gane ga wanda ya ga wanda.
To kai kudin fansa wanda aikin da kuka yi karshe nawa ne aka ba kudin fansa?
Ban da ni wace.
Baka taba kidnapping ba za ka ce? To ai da ma kowa duk wanda aka kama zai ce farkon kenan.
Kana ji? Ni daga na hito gidan yari ban ƙara wani abu ba wannan.
To ƙarya kake yi.
I want to write paper.
Mama ṣe báyìí náà kò lè ṣe máa ṣe báyìí náà. Báwo lè ṣe jẹ́? Àkó tó fẹ́ kárí.
Like I said, those are not recent videos, but they are just the collections of, arrested, or should we say, captured armed terrorists. Some of them are mostly on drugs, like that one that got interviewed for a while when it was caught. They were there just terrorizing areas like the Babanla, and others, Felodun, local government area of Kwara State. I think it's Kwara South, where the Bominos and others are mostly, located. And they have mostly been left on their own. So I saw the state government release where the government directed the military, the police, to please, move down to these areas, and they are then preaching peace. So don't be surprised if very soon Kwara State government, like others, will parade these terrorists in a peace deal. And they will tell you they found a solution. The solution is a peace deal. But guess what? The terrorists that stood for peace deal in Faskari in Katsina about 3 weeks or thereabout ago, right? They've not stopped killings. They've not stopped kidnappings and collecting ransoms too. Now, there is a video from TikTok, by the way, because there's so much expose going on there as well. Like, I so much appreciate most of the young people who are using the situation in the country, right, to tell the stories or happenings, to tell the story of the situation in the country, so to say, right, to their own colleagues as well, like explaining to them, what's this, what's that, that's not normal, this is abnormal. You will be so surprised. For those of you who are not really good in that axis or in that side, right, you'll be so surprised that these young people have invested so much enlightenment, expose on what is going on in that contraption that you can never imagine. And what they are using to shut them up is to say they are ignorant, they are too young, you don't understand what you're saying, you don't have an idea. Nigeria is more complex than that. Things are not as straightforward as they appear, or blah, 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 especially the older generation, who are very much in bed with the existing system. Because to them, yeah, if you think it's not working for you, right, maybe you should work harder. Nobody's going to give you anything. Nobody's going to hand anything over to you. And this is mostly coming from the generation that barely got everything almost on a platter. Right now, they expected us to just take whatever they are dishing to us. So you see, there is a generation that probably would be the last generation they could do that with. There are younger ones today that are not just doing TikTok videos and TikTok challenges and all that. They are discussing political happenings, the security happenings, the corruption, individuals who are involved. It's really good to see. Like, very, very good to see. So, the only repentant terrorist is a dead terrorist. Politicians should stop playing or toying with the lives of the people as they are doing in Nigeria. And it has become almost like normalized. And it's like they are so helpless too. See, Hitman went to United Nations General Assembly meeting, the UNGA 80, right? And he was talking about, peace in the world and the Palestine, the Gaza people, their right to life, and all that, the killings in Gaza, and how the rest of the world shouldn't please just look away. And I'm like, hey, you guys from Borno State, mate, what is that in that speech, they couldn't even put Nigeria's situation there? Like, Nigeria need help. Politicians are milking it. They are burning the country. They are throwing parties, right? painting up shiny things to see if that will be enough to bury the rot that they have created. They are not interested in fixing anything. They want you to look around and just believe that everything is fine or everything will be fine. In Nigeria, terrorists have their own social media platforms. It is so easy to trace and then kidnap any government critic in Nigeria. Do you understand? Than for them to track terrorists who are constantly celebrating their win, even while they are victims. You know, Nigerians have been turned to like a game when you go to the, inside the bush to go and hunt. You see all the kind of animals, and you're like, that one is too small. No. And you see a bigger one, and you're like, oh yeah, that one. Or let me use that one to kind of learn how to shoot. That's how the terrorists are treating Nigerians. They are roaming everywhere, and they constantly boast of their what do you call it? Their brevity enough that all they are waiting for is just an order. From who? Who's going to order you to do what? To strike? They intentionally made the Nigeria military so compromised for a reason. And the reason why you continue to see something like this is because your institutions are so compromised and they are not doing it in the cover or under the cover of anything. They are doing this in the open, right? But terrorists, they celebrate their win, even with their captives, right? They're seated there. They are still waiting for their family to bring their own ransom. They turned kidnapping industry, terrorism industry in Nigeria, they turned it into a big multi-billion dollars industry. It's intentional. So they have no intention of ending any of it. They will rather milk it until they lose power. In Nigeria, see terrorists that they group with your money.
Nigeria will come to be one great country, united, prosperous, economically strong, with a political clout. And Nigeria, by the grace of God, will one day take a proper place in the Committee of Nations, will lead the Africans, will inspire the blacks all over the world. This is my prayer. Must make up your mind to change your attitude, to become patriotic, to emulate our founding fathers. Must be committed and dedicated to the nation. You must forget all these tribal and come together. It's not for nothing that God has brought us together. Different religions, different tribes, different races. Learn to live together peacefully because of the road we are if you are not united at home, if you don't respect one another at home, nobody outside will respect us and accept our leadership. You, the youth, are the answer. You are the solution to the problem. You are the vanguard of the revolution and the gateway of faith. You must make up your mind.
You know, when you talk based on all these things, because in my life, I have never seen anything like this before. Before now, people talk about how corrupt Nigeria was, very corrupt, this and that. The moment the APC Egbekebe added terrorism to the mix, right? Unbelievable things have been happening, and people have been so traumatized that they've normalized it by pretending not to see it. Do you understand? Like going numb. Maybe if I just pretended that it's not happening, maybe it's not happening. I've had people who have had to stop watching Mayegun. It's not because of what Mayegun is saying. It is what Mayegun is sharing, showing you. It's beyond, oh, Mayegun said. No. You are watching it yourself. You are seeing it on your screen. It is not a propaganda or a doctored anything. This is what you can sit down there and just be like, wow. And right there, your mind will be telling you that, but this is not right. Are you sure the people in government are aware of all of this? Because I don't think they should be aware and not do something. Are you sure that they are seeing all these things too? I was like, if I am seeing it, they have seen worse. Do you understand? Because they are government. They are not just you and I. I may be your friend from childhood for as long as I can remember. Right? And I may not even know 1% of you. If government want to know who you are, within minutes, at most maybe hours, they will have everything about you, everything. And if there's anything that they are not aware of you because of the time frame that they missed out, they will find it. It's government. It's not association. It's not, you know what I mean? It is government. They have the best of the best. So if they have those who are working as intelligence officers, their job, both the local and the foreign training they have, is not the same as you and me. They are not just you and I. So they are aware. They are aware. They are writing budget based on it. They are making a lot of money. A lot of them are getting contracts. And in all of this, there's no intention actually to end the terrorism. Because if there is an intention, they don't even need to tell you. You will just see it. Did you see the operation they carried out in Zamfara yesterday? Nigerian military. About this one will be same, man, no be female. Baba, live. More than 300 terrorists were killed. Do you know how many that surrendered, including their leaders and all of that? Over 1,000 live. We saw them. They handed over their weapon. And immediately, Baba, they tied all of them. Everybody bundled the rest of them. We didn't know. I think they have already built a special detention center for these terrorists. They don't tell anybody. Baba, that place be like Guantanamo Bay. Guantanamo Bay. Guantanamo. You see, you don't even need any advert or anything. Now the other terrorists could run cross border. And in that same breath, those who are in charge of the financial, the same security guys, secret police, they will find the sponsors. Those who are sponsoring them because they are giving them money, those who are sponsoring them because of their fanatism, they will round them. Government is that powerful. But the reason why they won't do most of these things is because of personal interest. They accused Jonathan of ethnic cleansing. I don't know how many of you will remember that. When Jonathan went to America to speak to Obama for weapons, Obama said they received a petition that Jonathan was planning to rig 2015 elections, and he has been clamping down on free speech, human rights, and the opposition. So because of that, they wouldn't be selling weapons to Nigeria. So all other weapon agreement they had with the United States of America, they were cancelled. That was the beginning of neutralizing Nigeria for this APC. Jonathan was under pressure from home. the terrorists are going to take over Abuja. The Boko Haram are going to kill all of us. They are going to, share you get. And you would expect the United States of America and others to probably come to the aid of Nigeria. But they said they received a different report. That report means that it was Jonathan and his corruption that is making it difficult for them to fight Boko Haram. But rather, Jonathan is piling up weapons to fight opposition. And that's what they bought. Aba, Orishe Jafo, the chairman of CAN, I think at that time, volunteered to use his own private jet to ferry cash after they reached an agreement with South African government that they will supply Nigeria some certain weapons because there were South African mercenaries in Nigeria then too, fighting Boko Haram. Immediately the plane landed in South Africa, they confiscated it straight up with the money. So all of this, with that pressure and all of that on Egbere Jolantan, APC, Egbekegbe, they were advancing their mission. And the first thing they did when they came to power was not to crush the Boko Haram or go after them. No. They gave them what is called the Operation Safe Corridor. Operation Safe Corridor was for the repentant terrorists to touch the Quran and say they won't do it again. I will not do this anymore. Inshallah. Say, okay, yes, you may go. The policy of APC, and then the Boko Haram broke into three. Boko Haram 1, Boko Haram 2, ISWAP 1, ISWAP 2, on and on like that. They started eliminating themselves. They are the ones who killed Alhaji Shekau, by the way. Then the Fulani terrorists came, who started brandishing guns in front of us. Weapons of war are being brandished on screen, on TV, everywhere. There is nobody who is actually coming for them. APC, Egbekegbe. Hitman went to United Nations. He's not talking about the killings in Nigeria, the death in Nigeria. The moment a American podcaster made mention of the killings of Christians in Nigeria, boom. State as Rock a press release. There is no religious killing in Nigeria. There is no, they do shalaye, but there are killings. There are more Muslims. Even Muslims are being killed. There are killings in Nigeria. This guy went to United Nations and he did not mention the insecurity and the killings in Nigeria, not for one paragraph, not for one sentence, not once. He's talking about AI. He's talking about rockets and space, Gaza, Palestine. Not a mention of Borno State, where the military base was actually attacked a day before he went to America. Several soldiers were slaughtered, killed. Not once did he mention it. But right now, everybody's going lyrical about, Gaza, about this and that. I'm not saying it's bad or wrong to speak about the injustice elsewhere. But what about the ones at home? Did that not actually warrant any mention? If it mattered to them, Nigeria will need help. Do you think Nigeria will need help? With the situation where everybody did so. Nigeria don't need help. Rather, I think I saw a video of Gumi. Osama bin Gumi. His son has officially graduated from the NDA, Nigerian Defense Academy, I think. Whatever is in your mind, you should say whatever is in your mind, though.
Hold on, come.
congratulations, Abdullah. Because congratulations is in order, isn't it? Congratulations, Abdullah. I think that's his name. Sheikh Osama bin Gumi himself is a retired, I think he's a retired colonel. I don't know if you know that. Some said he was dismissed from the army. Others said he was honorably discharged. Another said he resigned. Then another said, no, he retired very young. But the thing is that he's a product of the Nigerian army himself. And now his son, young son, has graduated from the NDA to serve his fatherland. Use your hand to type that thing within your mind. So no be me go help you. Sure you get talk am. You can use your hand to type what you have on your mind. Okay. And of course, there is one more. It's a pandemic. It's now being rumored to have been the what do you call it, the guy who has inherited Bokwari's political base in northern Nigeria, whatever that means. And Megida Yalwade Abi Yalwada, the APC Egbekegbes chairman that replaced Gandola, the Babanriga mobile banking CEO of Kano. Yeah, that's the former. The new one, Yalwada, be something like that. Megida met with ISA pandemic, and what they are saying is that it's because of Obi was there, Atiku was there, and right now you have a Tinubu there too.
The confidence. Yeah. I learned that from him also. You learn from the best. Yes.
ISA pandemic. Something about ISA pandemic is that it is very crucial whenever we are having conversation around security and insecurity and other stuff. Okay, why? ISA pandemic, the former terrorist sympathizer. Some said, they come up for body. I'm using former now, instead of using allegedly, because I have video of him, you know what I mean, when he was in his mosque. God knows where as well, like in his mosque. Praying to Allah to come and help them. Allah, PDP. Allah, PDP. Something like that. Was practically calling Allah to come and help them destroy PDP in 2014. By 2015, when Bokwari became your president, they said ISA pandemic was his spiritual guide. Younger is very young to Bokwari, but they said he's very good in that Allah Akbar, all this proper far. So that gave him a very close, to bring him closer. Bokwari now created something that he should add some kind of like a parastatal, right? And from there, his life actually changed. So when Bokwari came back in 2019, forced himself in 2019, right? ISA pandemic was promoted to the position of minister. Quite interesting that it was ISA pandemic that ordered for that machine 4 billion. Was it 4 billion? 4 billion. The usual Nigerian thing. I remember, I think it's 4 billion. Yeah, 4 billion naira. The machine to help them break into your WhatsApp messages, encrypted messages. The government will break into them. Just in case if you don't know, there is nothing called end-to-end. They have a jammer, they have a hacking stuff that government purchased. They did not hide it. It was public. That was around the time they were trying to send those of you who claimed the Fulani terrorists were terrorists to send you to jail for hate speech. Remember? Yeah, it was him. They didn't stop there. They went on to acquire other spywares, Orishishi, to the Ministry of Communication, because Ministry of Communication is in charge of your phone calls, text messages, voicemails, voice notes, emails, SMS, MMS, I don't know, like everything communication. They are in charge. And it was under him that the Fulani terrorism, other terrorism, rocketed in that contraption. Baba, terrorists, they open back accounts. You don't see that one before? I have never seen anything like that in my life. Terrorists will say they cannot deal with banks because what they are doing, they don't want to get caught. No, not under pandemic. They get bank accounts. Under them, terrorists get TikTok accounts. I'm telling you, when terrorists go deal like this, they say tap, 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 tap. I mean tap, 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 tap. Yeah, thank you, thank you, thank you. And people go, they say, bless you. I mean, it's crazy. Things that you can only possibly see in comic, kind of like a comedy, sitcom. Just imagination that is wild. Like you're like, that's not possible, Baba. Terrorists, they TikTok. Here you get. People, they join terrorists for TikTok. They tell terrorists, say, now I understand you. In fact, I didn't know all of this before. Terrorists will carry gun. Others, they there. TikTok, Nigeria. But they couldn't be tracked. Why would they track them? Because they're not looking for them. They're not. On the one hand, they will agree and they tell you that they are criminals. On the other hand, they will tell you that for is the farmers' others clashes to settle it. We need to give them land. And you're just like, what's going on? What kind of a country is this story along? How do you even explain this? Then you go see one Ronuku on the side. They say, well, me, I am proud of my country. Me, I am proud of my, I am praying for it. Instead of us to pray for our country, it is not about praying. You are not blind. You are not deaf. You are seeing what is going on. You are looking at the actions, the inactions of the guys who are responsible for your safety and even your prosperity. Like, why would you think praying for them is what would stop what you're actually watching them do? Like, come on. Anyway, that one is on the, what do you call it, the insecurity, this and that. Because in the process, Nigeria is going to be 65 on Tuesdays, No, on Wednesday. 65. But they say if you're a fool at 40, a fool at 40 is a fool forever. Have you? So what do you call a dunce at 65? I have no word. Or maybe you do. A fool at 40, a fool forever. A dunce at 65. "70-years-old man." You reminded me of Asari Dokudom. 70-years-old man. You still haven't answered me.
70-years-old man. 70-years-old man.
So if a fool at 40 is a fool forever, what do you call a dunce at 65? Sad, yeah? Because you know something about foolish people. They are very unique. Oh, honestly, let me give you some. What do you call it? Let me give you some descriptions, okay, about foolish people. Very, very unique. In Yoruba land, right? And I think it's probably African generally, okay? In Yoruba land, it is believed that nothing comes to waste. There's nothing that comes to waste. For example, if you were a good person, it won't go to waste. If you are a bad person, it has its usefulness. You get that now? So it is then believed that if you are good, people will use you as reference. Say, man, somebody like that Mayegun, Jesus Christ, very, very amazing, interesting, truthful, trustworthy, reliable, dependable, strong-minded, strong-willed young man. Man, I respect Mayegun. Talking about me. You can use me as a good reference, you know, like, look at that Mayegun. I have people here who usually will be like, I always tell my son that you are another son that I didn't have. Say, yes, thank you, ma. Yeah, people have told me that. That's how much they liked Mayegun. Good reference. If you are a very bad person, it is also not for a waste. Yorubas will use you as an example of what not to be. Eh? So to us, nothing goes to waste. So you want your life, you want your own life to you want to ruin your life like, did you not see her? Is that what you want to use your life for? You want to use your future to play? Can you not see him? Do you want to end up like him? Look at him. So they will still use you as an example. So you are not useless after all. Like even if you are useless, you are still a very good reference, you know, for people not to be useless. Yeah, don't let your life become so useless like this, you know. That is one thing about us as Yorubas. So where was I? I was talking about, sorry, I'm gonna mix them up. Something I wanted to say, but don't worry, I'll remember. But I saw something I wanted to show you. Okay, sorry, I mixed that up. So I was having something else in my head again as well. All right. So Nigeria would be okay. Yeah, I remember. My brain is not that frozen. Talking about 65, old man at 65. That's one thing about foolish people. Very unique. So foolish people in large numbers, they are very scary people. It is not because they can really put together their brains to do anything so unique or anything so outstanding. No. In a democracy, with their number, foolish people can elect a governor. Foolish people can elect a president. And you that think you are smart, intelligent, and what have you, you will bow down to the rule of the person elected by the foolish people. So they are very dangerous people. In that sense, when you see foolish people, they also are human. They can live long too. And foolish people do grow old too. So no say because somebody did foolish when he was 20, he still did foolish when he was 40. He can't turn 65, you can't think say, na then he go, or they wise. Like are you as human, but not a country. So 65 years of independence of Nigeria is expected to be celebrated on Wednesday. 29:30. Yes, on Wednesday. Others have another plan, because where you have injustice, it is a threat to justice everywhere. There is actually a saying, right? It said, injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. That is why this young man who has been using the social media to raise awareness on his own awareness to mobilize people, at least this time, to demand for the release of Nnamdi Kanu, coming not from his own kinsmen, but from people from faraway land who knows that the same injustice that's being meted at him right now is not different from what they are hoping to met the rest of us if they have the chance. So you better speak up now. So what are you doing for your own Nigeria 65th birthday anniversary? You're going to put your children in green, white, green, Abi, from your Canada home, loving Nigeria from abroad. Abi, you're going to show to them that yes, a beautiful country. You're going to make all these reels. You're going to make videos and all of that because you love your Nigeria from abroad. Interesting. This is what this guy will be doing on the 1st.
Nigerians, we thank God for how much we have achieved since we made a clarion call of one Nigeria, one voice protest. We saw what happened in court yesterday. Nnamdi Kanu was refused to be released for his medical attention, and Nnamdi Kanu is dying in DSS custody. And that is why one Nigeria, one voice protest is still on. Peaceful protest is our fundamental human right as citizens of this country. I have written to IGP. I have also written to the DSS director, and this protest is going to be peaceful on 1st of October at Eagle Square, Abuja. And I'm calling Nigerians with good conscience to support this clarion call, online and offline. Online, those that will not make it to Abuja should push for this clarion call on the social media. And those that will sacrifice and make it to Abuja will come offline to support us in this call. This is not a call to anarchy. It is a call to challenge the constitution that actually fed Boko Haram with rice and chicken in Maiduguri by the same federal government. The constitution that actually romanced bandits in Katsina after killing Nigerians. It is a call to challenge the same constitution that have kept Nnamdi Kanu in DSS custody and is battling with medical challenges. I am calling of all Nigerians with good conscience. It is a call to justice. It is a call to equity. It is a call for fairness. And it is a call against victimization of Nigeria citizens just because of his tribe. We need Nigerian support for the success of this protest. For the success of this protest, we need Nigeria to support us with branded t-shirt, hashtag Free Nnamdi Kanu. White t-shirt with Nnamdi Kanu picture, particularly this picture for those that will not be able to make it to Abuja. And we also need Nigeria to support us with caps, green caps with the picture of Nnamdi Kanu on it. And we need Nigeria to help us with banners and hand flyers for the success of this protest. And we are calling of sincere and genuine Nigeria activists, both those with a loud voice and those with a small voice. I am calling on all Nigerian artists of good conscience. I am also calling Igbo as a nation and as a people. You have done sit at home for years and it did not work. It is time for you to leave your home and to join me for this clarion call in Abuja. This protest can also be done in all the eastern states. On the day of celebrating our Independence Day, which is supposed to be celebration of independence, but we are actually going to celebrate slavery by a government that is not sincere to her citizens. We are going to celebrate slavery by a government that has actually made her citizens slaves. May God, Nigerians, we thank.
What shall I say unto the Lord?
Yes, Lord.
All I have to say,
Thank you, Lord.
what
shall I say? Thank you, Lord.
I don't know how you're gonna. I mean, you see it. Yeah, you have all your fears and the projections and what they would do and all that. But yeah, let them do something to them and possibly see how that is also going to probably play out. A country that continues to radicalize our own citizens in an effort to try to suppress them and control them without really giving anything back. Some said that Nigerians are the easily controlled people in the world. With that number, there shouldn't be any, there should not be any safety net for criminal politicians in that country. With that number, so how did they do it? Some will say, oh, it's religion. Some said, oh, it's tradition. Some said it's through the brutal, psychological conditioning and so many other things that people have given us reasons why the criminal politicians have been able to get away with a lot in that country. But yeah, let them keep radicalizing them. It's just going to be a matter of time. Aye. Welcome, day. Asiko Konshim Bowa. Ìgbà kan máa dé tí kò kàn ṣì ń bọ̀ wá tó lóró máa sáré ọlọ́pàá máa sáré ayé máa sáré. It's a reminder.
Ìgbà kan máa dé àsìkò kan ṣì ń bọ̀ wá ìgbà kan máa dé àsìkò kan ṣì ń bọ̀ wá tó lóró máa sáré ọlọ́pàá máa sáré ayé máa sáré ẹyẹ tí ò dúró rere máa sáré àlórà máa sáré hs tí kò mọ kankan máa sáré everybody máa sáré gbogbo wa pátá máa sáré ìgbà yẹn ti dé àsìkò yẹn náà làwà ìgbà yẹn ti dé àsìkò yẹn náà làwà everybody máa sáré ọlọ́pàá máa sáré àwọn tó ń ṣòro gan máa sáré olúmọlẹ̀ máa sáré àpènà máa sáré olúwo ìlú gan máa sáré everybody pátá.
Let them continue on this trajectory. You know what I mean? Let them continue. A short video of the staff of a government kind of like agency, being a parastatal in Abuja. We're celebrating the removal of the person who happened to be their head, right? And initially, people will think, people believe that, oh, that person must be very, very bad person. That the staff, the member of staff are celebrating his replacement. Others are just like, no. If you know Nigerians very well, the guy may actually be the only good person that stopped them in their corrupt ways. His removal is like, oh, finally, somebody should better come now so that we can continue our corrupt way. This was captured through the offices, down to the parking lot, I believe under the building. I don't know if you've seen it though.
Go!
Bala must go. 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 Bala must go.
So people were saying that if you know the Nigerian civil servant very well, the person they are all ganging up and celebrating that he must go, may actually be a very good person. And his offense could be that he stopped them from their criminal ways. What would make almost the entire, the entire institution or so, the staff of this agency to turn on their outgoing director? I don't have the full answer, other than just using the video for the context. So it's been a while now that the terrorist attacked Kaduna Abuja train, if you remember or recall. And they had another one where the train derailed. This was like about 2 weeks ago, thereabout. Yeah. So they have fixed it. And today they did what they call the test drive, a test run. So some scrap metal scavengers, Bola boys, Abiba Bambola, they went on to vandalize the Abuja Kaduna train track, and the train derailed. Right? Remember now? Okay. So they put some train up from Abuja to test it, pass through the spot that they fixed. It's a short one, and to them, it's probably now going to be opened. So if you are traveling from Kaduna to Abuja, yeah, I think they fixed the train. You don't travel on it today, probably from tomorrow. They put a test video on, so it's not all that bad.
The train is moving now from Rigasa to Edo Station, Abuja. From Kaduna to Abuja. AKTS, Abuja Kaduna train station. Moving now. Train is starting now from Rigasa station. One SPA 007. This one SP 0018. This one SPA 0017.
So that said, yeah, test drive or test run on the track before the passenger train and all of that would then be deployed, and everything should be fine, right? Well, Kolu left Ibadan for Lagos after the coronation of the Olubadan. And somebody got his, what do you call it, his convoy in that Ibadan. I just want to leave it. I showed you parts of his convoy when he landed in Ibadan and went straight, right? I showed you that. Okay. So here is the part where I think when it was either closer to Agodi or he was leaving Agodi. Agodi is the seat of government in Ibadan. Kolu's convoy 2 days ago.
That is President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Una dey see convoy wey follow her. Now they see escorts. Why these people they purposely pack many more to follow body like this? Wait, now the full family they always waka. Abi those people where they dey inside the car. Now still military men or na in cabinet or or like most especially those boss where they pass. So na village people because na Nigeria this me for the sea say two laws we go follow them. Which people they dey inside that car if I may ask? Like all those many cars where they pass. So now family members, cousin, relations, now all of them they dey inside the car. Because here they try to understand the people where they dey inside this 120 car, 220 cars. So I beg, because the motor no they finish. If you watch the cars where they pass, which people they say I've been a minister of this one, minister of this one, minister of market, minister of petroleum, minister of finance, minister of so I don't know, because the kind motor where they follow one person for this Africa, the only African country they do that you can never see this kind of thing for abroad. Say my con the wakana you can't see say 5 motor follow and that day he pitch himself. You dey see now motor wey follow one person. Now be this so we know they finish so for how many minutes. So I won't try know which people they dey inside this car. Which people? Because the cars know they finish and people will be say like boys or anything, they know many reach to the extent 2 laws, that be 3 laws, we go there among every time. So I won't try no. Or now this one they tell they know say the president gallant. Or now they tell they know say he get enough security because only some he-laws where they pass since. Want to talk of Land Cruiser where they follow. Don't be Parado, I bet you they call her. Also, now again names. One they call her for that Africa Parado Jeep. So here we don't use it. We use simple car, 2 bikes and 3 cars. You inside and 2 security men driving 2 cars along with you. You see, now they see say cars no they finish. So I won't try to know which people they dey inside this car. I want to know the men because there are too many. I want to know the people where they dey inside this kind of cars where they many like this. Because the thing they surprise me say cars go they pass where follow one person. You know they finish oh. You know the rest where say military men dey the up. Where would they see me? I understand. You understand me now? Like this kind of black boss so now. What be the purpose of this boss now? Who they inside? You don't understand? So now, so we see him.
Over the capital of the world, there are no words to possibly describe it other than wasting the scarce public resources and flaunting same. Because those before them did it. There are others, even in that crowd, praying to God that either them or their own children should end up like this. that he will be the head, and all these hundreds of cars will be following him too. So they will use that person as a point of contact for prayer. Heavenly Father, eh? Now one woman born this one now. Hey, my God, my head. See cars. See all the police. Hey, God. Eh? See, my own child should become this too. That is why they'll barely condemn it. Because they see themselves like that someday, especially if God says, yeah, that's you. That's why they go to church, go to mosque, go to all these places where unexplainable miracles can become theirs. Undeserving miracles. And that's why when they see all these thieves flaunting their stolen wealth and their wastefulness, people barely get angry. They just murmur. Look at them. They're just wasting money. Look at all of them. Look at us. They are wasting money. But inside, they are telling their God, hey, my pikin self grow. You know? Because I've been there. Don't pretend that you've never heard that before. When I was a young boy, I wanted to be a soldier. Yeah, I want to be a soldier. Why? Because as a little boy, I think this was in 1993. In 1993, I was just about 9-year-old going to 10 years. So I was a little boy. Do you know something? Right? Everything changed in my own small hometown, Odogbolu, that even a 10-year-old me could tell you what it was like to probably have power. It was the time that Abacha took over, chased Shonek on the way, and he picked Dia, General Dia, as his deputy or something, or vice. So that's how my hometown just became the town that produced the vice president of Nigeria under the military, but there was no real advantage of that. I don't even want to go into that. But there was also, it wasn't just a deal. There was also a sister. I said a sister because this one is actually next to, we're actually in the same area. Her husband got appointed as a Sokoto State military governor at that time. And Baba, whether na Easter, whether na Christmas, whatever it is that is happening in Udogbo, it's almost like every month the military will take over my entire town. Like, I'm talking about military. I'm talking about like hundreds of military trucks, cars, like everywhere. Because when Dia is coming to town, we would have heard the dispatch rider. The dispatch rider, maybe Dia and his convoy, they are still somewhere in the Shagamu coming from Lagos after flying in from Abuja. And he's going to drive to Dogbolu. So Dia's convoy is still very much in the Shagamu. Mind you, the Shagamu road, though, is going to be partially closed for him. It's not going to join the traffic or anything. They will close the road that he was coming, vice president. Now, Dia will be in Shagamu. His dispatch riders, those bikes, they would have reached Odogbolu to come and alert us in Odogbolu that Dia is coming. They will manage, whoa, 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 whoa. They will drive out their rough everywhere. By then, they don't call all of us children, even adults. We will line the streets. Not because anybody asked us to come and line the street. No, we wanted to count cars. So we start counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Baba. Odogbolu will be populated with hundreds. This is not 100 cars, hundreds of cars. Every corner in my hometown, you will see either 2 cars for military or 1. That you get to see like 4 military guys inside, like the whole town, every corner. So as a little boy, I wanted to be a soldier. Because I just felt like they were so respected, they were so neat. I didn't understand the power that much, but I was like, it's because of Dia. So when I got to secondary school, I decided to pick up the form so that I could go and join the military. Then sadly, they just arrested him for coup. This most powerful man, they showed him on TV, OGTV, the whole of Odogbolu. It was like somebody was dead. We're like, so somebody has power, bigger power than general. The little me, little boy. I was wondering in my head, like, so somebody has power than Dia. Because I saw him in chains with Adisa, Olanrewaju, all of them in chains. I was like, General, in chain. No, I'm not doing military again. Because in my head, I was like, okay, I'll just do military. I'll just plan a coup. I'll just become president. And all these military guys will be coming to here, and all these children as well. They will be lining the streets and they will be waving to me like, whatever name they will be calling me there. Maybe not colonel, maybe not general. I don't know. They will just be like, I was so young. And that was the world I knew. And I wanted to be part of it so bad. So when you look at these people who look at politicians who drive these expensive cars and flaunt all this wealth and pretend that they are bigger than who they are, there are those who are wondering that that could be them someday. So how do you want them to react? That is wrong. How do you expect them to go on and fight and say, why are you doing things like so? Be upset looking at them. You will look at them and be upset and say, can you imagine? All this waste. But the real affected people are looking at them and like, man. Imagine, like, as a little boy, the little me, there are many, many little me out there like that. That the word they know is the one they have been exposed to. It's so difficult to tell them that it is the wrong word that these guys are making you see. It is so wrong that they are spending your common patrimony without any consequences because you don't even know. Anyway, I'll leave it to that. Now, say thank you to every one of you again. This is going to be a new week. Hopefully, it's going to be a great week for everybody. Have the best of it, or make the best of it before we run out of the month. I'll see you tomorrow. Okay? Thank you for your time. Who else? I've heard from Lay Babs. I've not heard from Lay Babs in a while. Hope he's fine. I'll go and check myself anyway. But please like the broadcast as we are signing out. Right? You all have a wonderful evening and a great week.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one.
Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú.
Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one.
Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube.
Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí.
Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one.
Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí.
Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one.
Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one.
Mayegun dayari politico.
Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one.
Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun.
Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one.
Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o.
Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one.
Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one.
Àní ẹ̀sùn rà kì í. ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀súnra kì í.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀súnra kì í.
Máyégún ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀súnra kì í.
Máyégún ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀súnra kì í.
Máyégún ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀súnra kì í.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀súnra kì í.
Máyégún ti dé.
Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀súnra kì í.
Máyégún ti dé.
Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀súnra kì í.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀súnra kì í.
Máyégún ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀súnra kì í.
Máyégún ti dé.
Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀súnra kì í.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀súnra kì í.
Máyégún ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀súnra kì í.
Máyégún ti dé.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀súnra kì í. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀súnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀súnra kì í. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀súnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o, Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀, Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ̀. Oníkanṣá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀súnra kì í. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀súnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣe eré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣe ẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣà ìtú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀súnra kì í. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀súnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́hún ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́, ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ kùyà. Àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o, ó kó ẹni tó bá dán wò á kàmù. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀súnra kì í. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀súnra kì í o. Ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀súnra kì í. Máyégún ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀súnra kì í. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ ò ní fi wọ́n níran.